Hi Year 5, today we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting fractions, and I thought I'd wear my Bath Rugby shirt for Frankie, as I know he's a big Bath Rugby fan. So, adding and subtracting fractions is so simple if the denominator's the same. So if it was, for example, 2/7, add 3/7, if the denominator's the same, it's so straightforward because it carries on being the same here, 7, 7, 7, and then you just add these two numbers together to get your answer. Same thing for taking away, it's super simple. So simple that I think it's too simple for us, so we're going to look at some different questions. Okay, so this one's a bit more complicated because we've got different denominators, but we need to use our knowledge from last week with equivalent fractions and then it'll be straightforward. So, at the moment we can't add them together because the denominator here is 5 and the denominator here is 10, so we need to change that. We're going to go for changing the smaller denominator. So, we need to get it so it's got the denominator 10. What did we have to do to go from 5 to 10 in the denominators? We had to times it by 2. Whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So my new numerator, is going to be 2 times by 2, which is 4. Okay, so that's the equivalent fraction. Now they've got the same denominator, I can bring this one down and then add to it simply like I did earlier. So the tenths is going to stay the same in the denominator. 4 add 1 is 5, so the answer is 5/10. Okay, now we're going to work through a subtraction, the exact same method. So we can't do this because we've got a 20 in the denominators here and a 4 here, so we can't do it. We need to make sure that this denominator turns into 20. So think, what do you have to do to turn your 4 to 20? Because this is smaller, you're going to be timesing. 4 times tables to get to 20, you're going to times by 5. Whatever we do to the bottom, we also have to do to the top. So think, what is 1 times 5? It's going to be 5. Then we can bring the rest of the calculation down. 10/20. Take away 5/20. The bottom numbers are going to stay the same. And then 10 take away 5 is 5. Okay, Year 5, I want you to give this one a go now. So 3/8 add 6/24. Remember, we can't add them already because the denominators are different. We need to make sure that the 8, the denominator, turns into a 24. Follow the steps I did earlier and I'll see how you got on in a moment. Okay, Year 5, let's see how you got on. So, we need to turn this denominator into 24. So it's the same denominator as here. If we're going from 8 to 24, and it's going from a small number to a bigger number, we're going to be timesing. According to your 8 times tables, you'll have to times 8 by 3 to get to 24. And then whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So we need to do 3 times 3 equals 9, and that's going to be my new numerator. Then we need to bring the rest of the calculation down. So 9/24 add 6/24. The denominator is going to stay the same. And then for the numerator we just need to do the simple addition. So 9 add 6 is 15. Hopefully you all got that one. If you struggled with it, maybe go back and watch the other calculations again just to become more confident. Right, now I want you to give the subtraction a go. So 17/35 take away 2/7. We can't do this because the denominators are different, so we need to turn this one so the denominator is the same as 35. So remember the steps and I will see how you got on in just a moment. Okay, let's see how you got on. So we need to get the denominator here to also be 35. Think about going from 7 to 35, you're going to be timesing. You're going to have to times it by 5. Whatever we do to the bottom, like we've already done, you have to do to the top. So 2 times by 5 is 10. Now we can bring the rest of the calculation down. 17/35 take away 10/35. Denominator will stay the same. 17 take away 10 equals 7. So that's your answer. Egg Year 5, so that's how we do adding and subtracting fractions. You're just using a mixture of your knowledge of equivalent fractions sometimes, and then your simple adding and subtracting. Just remember, if the bottom numbers are different, you can't calculate it yet, so just skip ahead and add them. Good luck, I think you'll be great, and I will hopefully see you soon.